Alright, we have Monday, NET-200. We're working on subnetting, router configs, switch configs, and we adjusted the lab a little bit. This is week 11, day 20. Let's take the work. We started out, figured out we needed 6 networks based on the lab, 25 max hosts, and they had a combination of things to give us 6 networks. So we adjusted the addressing. For example, this is device 13, so this is 13, and they give us this part of the address, /24. So we only have these bits to work with. So then you can see here I have the 8 bits. We need 6 networks, and so we borrowed 3 bits. Let me mark that a different color. So can you tell? These are the bits we borrowed. And we borrowed 3 because 2 to the 3rd equals 8. That'll give us 8 networks, and we need at least 6. If you borrow 2 bits, it'll only give you 4 networks, and that wouldn't be enough. And then I start writing out the combinations here. Okay? This work down here is the mask. Right? We have 255, 255, 255, and then here, let me be a little more detailed here. These 3 bits give us the 224. How did we get that? 128, 64, 32. $224. Right? We add those up. Okay. Then we start writing out the addresses. So here's the first combination. We can't use this because that would be the network. And all ones is the broadcast. And we have 5 of them. 5 bits to work with, so 2 to the 5th, 32 minus 2 for the network and the broadcast, then leaves us 30 addresses. And so we start writing them out. Here's the first set. Let me undo that. Here's the first set. This would be the network. And this would be the first host. And so then I just started writing them down here. You get it? They're all zeros. That's the first one. Then we get 32. First address would be 33, 64, first address 65. Right, here's the next network, which is 32. Here's the next network, which is 64. And you could keep writing the combinations, but really once you figure out, these are going to increase by 32 each time. Now we got it set. Take a look at the configuration. By the way, this is device 27 that they're connected to. It's a multi-layered switch. Device 20, and device 20 then is connected to the switch in the room, and then eventually that ends up going out into the IT network, which gets translated then into the internet. So we connected using this network. Now you got to be a little careful there. You'll notice that's a 1. So for, let's just use an example here. So device 13 was the device I configured. Then that number there would be 113. Not a very good 3. 113. Dot 2 on this end, dot 1 on that end. You can go in that device right there and take a look at what it looks like, or this one, if somebody isn't already in there. And then, from here on, then you have to use all your addressing, and so in our case this was a 13, and then we subnetted out all those other ones. And then you assign them to your loop backs and your LAN. Alright. We didn't quite get done, but the students, we got pretty close. They then configured their routers and switches, and we worked on the lab. They submitted what they had done, and I told them they could work some more on it if they had some time in the evening. I'd leave it configured until the morning. We have to use the equipment for the other class, but then we'll reload their work on there too if they want to work on it Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday now, we'll have another lab. I may adjust it a little bit, but it'll be the next lab. We won't finish this one. The important part was that we got addressing configured, and we got some practice configuring. On Friday we have groups, and we got a lab that's a little more complex. First you have to subnet it and then apply it, and I'll have everything ready to go. Alright, that is it.